Hello, and welcome to Form, a podcast that explores the artistry and architecture behind communication. I'm Silver Wallace.
And I'm Kate Douglas. This season, we spoke to so many incredible artists that we couldn't fit them all in, but some moments were so good, we had to share them with you.
This is one of our favorite moments from our conversation with classical musician Mikael Darmanie.
Heads up, like all our conversations, this segment is unfiltered. This episode contains explicit language and mature content, so listen at your discretion as we aim to fully form mindful ideas and language.
How do you know that your work has worked? How do you know if you've been heard or understood?
I would say I don't care.
Oh.
I don't care because, and that's a very blunt way to put it, but I think it's too much to put that strain on the audience, to assume that this, especially in a crafted way, and my entire life narrative has been fueling me with certain influences and things that, like, so some of my selective memories that I can, I quote out random people from the 1500s, 1600s. I just remember all these really crazy random things. And so if I try to encode hidden references, and that would be very obvious to me, like, I think it's too much. You're asking too much on the audience to be like, or the receiver, to be able to decipher everything at that moment, like in a live spot. So that's why I don't mind if something doesn't come across as first, but I would hope that the forms that I create, my hope is that they operate on both levels. So the levels of, this can, something that would connect with people with a hint of whatever makes me me. It's like in the what would be the 18th century, there was this, the Germans had terms for it when they were like forming what music was, right? This is when early forms of music that led to the progression of what we have now. But they had this distinction, the Liebhaber versus the Kenner. Liebhaber is the ones that have love for the art form, and Kenner would be from the German word, what is it? Kennen, to know. So it's the ones that really knew. So composers like Mozart and Haydn, they found a way to appeal to both sides. And I think that's always been a goal of mine, is to be able to just have your music have a universal kind of meaning, your form. And but then also apply to both sides. And I think it's kind of, I don't want to put it in a bad way, but I think it's easy to make music for lovers, to make art for lovers of that. I mean, there are certain formulas, so sticking to a formula can pretty much guarantee you success on one side. So combining those two sides, but then that still doesn't quite answer the question, is if in spite of all of this, it still isn't received well, then I still don't give a fuck. Did I get paid? Probably yes.
Thank you for listening in. I'm Kate Douglas.
And I'm Silver Wallace. Check out our Patreon for more content at patreon.com/formapodcast.
This episode was mixed and produced by me, Kate Douglas. Theme song is by the amazing Warp Trio. Follow us on social @Form Podcast.